pickup test on the rug outside here at Sears and North Andover Mall. I'm comparing the Kenmore Elite All Floors upright versus the Dyson Kinetic big ball. You might see it's currently apart right now, or at least the collection bin is off the machine. I had to wipe that down with some wet wipes to try to get it clean, so that way when I do the test, it won't in any way affect the results. Trying to make sure these both these machines have a fair advantage. Like I said, this Kenmore here is the top of the line machine. That's why it says Elite. Usually, when you get the Kenmore Elite brand, that means it's kind of like what like the best. Like you're getting something really good. This is a high quality machine. It has what they call direct drive beltless system. Basically means it's the motor's inside the brush roll here, and so that way you don't have to worry about a belt change ever with this vacuum. I like the fact this test should be interesting because you can see here the motor brush roll is, you can see here the bristles are nice and firm. They seem aggressive. It almost looks like it has like a beater bar within the brush roll like this. So I'm not sure if that's going to help it with dirt pickup, but you can see there, even you can see the bristles are kind of extended out quite a bit. Plus you got these large suction channels here, which might help with airflow. Nice little headlights, something Dyson doesn't have. It doesn't have headlights. They have an inducer motor, which is Kenmore's most powerful motor on this machine. So this one has way more suction power than the Dyson. This has, I think, at least 300 air watts. That one has 180. This of course, has a HEPA bag inside. Bag's almost, well, it's not exactly full. There's some dirt in it. But they have what it's called power flow design, which is apparently it's supposed, they claim it helps the vacuum maintain suction power as it fills up, and I think it says so on the box. Dirt center, blah blah blah. That doesn't really tell me. Oh, here it is. Power flow says steady, powerful suction. Double wall design keeps air flowing even as the bag fills to optimize suction power and performance. So I'm not sure if that means is it doesn't lose suction like a Dyson, or if the suction just lasts longer. But it's a pretty big claim by Kenmore. See, here it has all of its attachments and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to vacuum that carpet out there, and you see there's some leaves, there's some dirt in it. So that dirt sensor light will be on, probably for a little bit. So it should be interesting to see. So I'm going to go over it with that carpet with the Kenmore, and then I'm going to go for Dyson. I'm going to see if the Dyson can pick up anything or what it can pick up after the Kenmore. So let me pause this video and get it set up. Okay, so I'm out here. I just got the vacuum out here, so you can see here there's a little bit of dirt. There's some leaves from outside. There's a little bit of debris. So I'm going to vacuum over this. I'm going to vacuum as thoroughly as I can until at least the dirt sensor light's off, stays off. Oop.
Get it there. Vacuum cleaner, yeah.
Are you going in there?
No, you're good.
Okay. Oh, you're cleaning up out here.
Alright, so I got it set on low. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to see how it works. And one thing I think you might notice if you own this or if you decide to buy this is that when it goes over carpets, it likes to propel itself forward. It's almost like it's self-propelled, even though it's not, but I think that's the result of the brush roll digging deep into the carpet. Here we go. And nice thing is this, like both the Kenmore and the Dyson are clean air designs. That means is you can't harm it. What it means is you can't damage it by if you accidentally pick up something you shouldn't, like if you pick up a big rock or pick up a penny or whatever, it's not going to harm it. So that's a nice little advantage. Anyway, here we go. Let me get the cord out a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I just got done vacuuming with this. And one thing I probably would point out that maybe probably you should know or that you'd like to know is that, like I said, when I was vacuuming with this, I noticed that the brush roller likes to propel the machine forward. Um, it's kind of a good way, and also it's well, not sure the proper term for it is a catch-22. Yes, it propels itself forward, and so that's nice for the power stroke. But when you're trying to pull it back, it still likes to propel itself forward. And so, if I did that enough times, I'd probably give my arm a workout. That's one thing I noticed about it. It's not self-propelled. The brusher works great, and I was able to push and pull it. Pull it back. It's easier. Let me say it like this: it's easier to push because it likes to self-propel forward, but it's harder to pull it back because that brush roll is still spinning and it's still trying to propel itself forward. So it kind of like fights with you with pulling back than it does with pushing forward. So let me get the Dyson set up and we'll do this second part of this test. Okay, I set up the Dyson out here. Again, it's the same kind of test. I did clean out the bin as best I could, so there shouldn't be any dust in it or any visible dirt that should affect the results. This is, I think, a normally $599 vacuum. Right now they're selling it for $399 here at Sears. So it looks like it's pretty nice. Plus, I checked the suction. It's the suction is really good on this, despite being 180 air watts. But we're gonna go over the same test. I'm gonna vacuum this carpet with the Dyson, thoroughly. We'll see the results. And also, and I've used this before, and one thing I like about it is that it's easier to push and pull the Kenmore, or at least easier to pull than the Kenmore. It kind of glides over the carpet, so it's nice and fluid. It's very easy to use, compared to the Kenmore Elite. The brush roll doesn't have any beater bars, but it still looks like it's a decent brush roll, like you can see here. Nice firm bristles. It's two parts, but it's very nice wide opening. So it should be able to get dust and dirt. Again, no need to worry about belts, bags, or even filters with this one because it has the Dyson Cinetic Science. So yeah, sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit, but like I said, we'll go over the same test with the Dyson. We're gonna see if anything what this vacuum can pick up. Kind of a bumpy surface for this thing. Sorry if the camera's shaking. I'm trying to hold it steady, but when you're pushing and pulling this thing over kind of like a bumpy surface like this, or slightly bumpy, it kind of shakes a little bit. I don't have a tripod yet. So, just vacuumed over this rug with the Dyson Cinetic, and so I'm going to pause this video again. I'm going to take it inside, and we're going to see if anything what this Dyson picked up. Okay, so I just took it back inside. I'm going to empty this collection bin. We're going to see what the Kenmore, what the Dyson picked up, see if anything, Kenmore missed anything. We'll do that, let people go through.
You better stop talking to yourself over here.
I'm just recording a video.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were talking to yourself.
No, I just do YouTube videos. That was weird. Anyway, here it is. I'm gonna tap this out. There we go. Okay. So, got here. Looks like it's a little bit of dust. There's a little bit of dust here. A little bit of grit. Oh, there we go. Kind of almost gritty, but it looks like it's a lot of dust from the outside rug. And that's what the Dyson picked up. That's what the technically you could say what the Kenmore left behind after vacuuming that rug. And it's kind of crazy because there was sometimes where that Kenmore back there, had a little dirt sensor light up, and I bet you if that carpet was a lot more dirtier, that light would be on a lot. But seeing what this machine picked up is, that's pretty impressive. Considering this thing only has 180 air watts compared to 300 with the Kenmore, the Dyson still managed to pick up that dust right after the Kenmore. And my best guess is the reason why that is, and I think it's because of the cleaner head here. The way it's designed, it's like the DC41 and DC65, where more suction is uh, um, routed, or it gets diverted or routed through the cleaner head, so that more airflow can go through the cleaner head than technically what most traditional vacuums have. I'm not exactly sure. You know, Dyson is able, the company itself is able to do that testing. But basically, you can see there's a little bit of dirt, there's a lot of dust. So that's pretty impressive to me what this Dyson animal, the Kinetic Big Ball animals that this model is, could pick up. And the nice thing is, with the Dyson, and one thing I like about the Dyson is that you don't have to worry about a bag, and plus there's no filters. But I mean, Kenmore didn't do too bad. I mean, I'm not saying the Kenmore is a bad vacuum. You know, obviously for a bagged upright, this is pretty much one of the best you can go for. Any better, you'd have to go like with a Riccar or Simplicity, one of the tandem air uprights. But that does pretty good for a bagged machine. It does a pretty good job. That's one. I think it's $199 right now, or $209.99. So if you're looking for a Kenmore Elite or a good bag vacuum, I'd recommend this. If you're looking for a great bagless machine, if you like the Dysons, or maybe you were looking at the Kinetic and you thought, maybe, you know, right now's the time, since it's right now $399. Get it through Sears or HSN or whatever. You know, if you want to get a Dyson Kinetic, I'd get it because the proof is right there. So it looks like those Cyclones, anyway, could have beaten a Kenmore, or at least that's how I would probably see it. But tell me what you think. Do you like the Kenmore or you like the Dyson? Yeah, but tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. You know, personally, I like Dyson, but I also like the Kenmore Elite. I like both machines. You know, they each have their plus and minuses. But for a decent bagless vacuum, the Dyson is it. For a decent, high quality bagged vacuum, the Kenmore Elite is it. Both are very good in quality. So anyway, I'm going to cut this video off before I run out of free space on my phone. But feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. You know, maybe about the machines. I know you're gonna say, you might say looks like you're going through an earthquake, or saying my camera is shaky. I know it is. I don't have a tripod yet. I'm planning to get one. I have to look for one. Anyway, pickup test on the rug outside here at Sears in North Andover Mall. I'm comparing the Kenmore Elite All Floors upright versus the Dyson Kinetic Big Ball. You might see it's currently apart right now, or at least the collection bin is off the machine. I had to wipe that down with some wet wipes to try to get it clean, so that way when I do the test, it won't in any way affect the results. Trying to make sure both of these machines have a fair advantage. Like I said, this Kenmore here is the top of the line machine. That's why it says Elite. Usually, when you get the Kenmore Elite brand, that means it's kind of like what like the best. Like you're getting something really good. This is a high quality machine. It has what they call a direct drive beltless system. Basically means it's the motor's inside the brush roll here, and so that way you don't have to worry about a belt change ever with this vacuum. I like the fact this set should be interesting because you can see here the motor brush roll is, you can see here the bristles are nice and firm. They seem aggressive. It almost looks like it has like a beater bar within the brush roll like this. So I'm not sure if that's going to help it with dirt pickup, but you can see there, even you can see the bristles are kind of extended out quite a bit. Plus you got these large suction channels here, which might help with airflow. Nice little headlights, something Dyson doesn't have. It doesn't have headlights. They have an inducer motor, which is Kenmore's most powerful motor on this machine. So this one has way more suction power than the Dyson. This has, I think, at least 300 air watts. That one has 180. This has, of course, has a HEPA bag.